All right, we are live. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kornelia Stephanie Show, Facebook Live today. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you. I am here to introduce you to one of the top leading experts, or should I say, two of the top leading experts that just recently received international status. I'm so over the top excited. I can't even stand it. It's like, oh my God. I've got chills all over the place. I'm so excited. I want to introduce you all to Adrienne Craig and Shannon Summers. Welcome to the show.
Yay, thank you.
Yay, thanks, Kornelia, for having us.
Super excited to celebrate you guys right now. You're so hot.
Yeah, we're feeling good coming off of last week.
Yeah, I think we'll just we'll go into it because I want to hear about the event last week and how it was for you and what it all meant, and then I want to introduce the audience to your upcoming new event, new launch that you're doing that I'm super excited about also. But I want to tell you two ladies right now, you know that I'm on playcation right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm like in the most magical place that I'm going to move here.
Oh.
I know. Who would have thought, right? So it's this beautiful island that's about an hour ferry ride from where I live right now in LaConner.
Oh.
And it's an island called Lopez Island, but I've renamed the island called Rebecca's Island because it's my friend who invited me here. And I'm so glad to be here because if Rebecca wouldn't be here, I don't know if I would have come here. And I feel like I've been missing out not coming to this island before. It's got so many magical, it's just the energy, the vibration. And it's kind of like, you're on farmland, but you're like the ocean is right behind you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just have to show you just the farmland. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds
want to-
incredible.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I can't show you the ocean, but I can at least show you this, right? So you can see the forest land is all around me. I'm here by myself in this beautiful little cottage, and I am surrounded by eagles. I'm surrounded by hummingbirds. I'm surrounded by ravens. Just such exquisite beauty to be out in nature. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm so excited, as you can tell. And now coming here, it has inspired and opened up all new possibilities for me to gather people here, to bring retreats here, to bring people here. There's kayaking, there's all kinds of resort activity, and it's all very earthy and very grounded.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm there.
Definitely want to put this on our calendar for next year because obviously we only have a few short months left of summer here, but definitely we'll put this in for our creation of next year. And who knows where we're all going to be at that time, but there's so many wonderful new beginnings that we're all engaged in and that we're all excited about.
Oh, wonderful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That is, I don't know if you can see it, but on my shirt, I have little sea turtles. So, in honor of Two Girls and Plants and nature, I have my little sea turtle shirt on.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. This morning when I went walking on the beach, when I went to the beach to do my magic, I said to Source, if you want me here, I am here. This is the place that I want to be. And right there when I was looking in the ocean, what did I see? Three otters.
Oh, I love those.
And otters is woman medicine, right? And this woman medicine that is healing the earth, the divine feminine that's healing the earth, that we're all here to experience the frequency of the divine feminine, but also now with the good wisdom that we're sharing with the people that we serve.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm just like so excited that it was time for me to ground myself to come here to talk about it all. But now I want to shine the light back on you two ladies. So where should we start? Where should we start? Adrian, do you want to begin? Do you want to just kind of start, how, what's going on? Tell us about the event last week and then bring Shannon into it as well.
Okay, well, I have to thank Shannon because she's the one who got us into the event last week. And so we did our first international speaking engagement at a women's health and empowerment expo out of Paris, France. It was virtual this year. Next year it will be in person. And for our first international presentation, we were really well received. We are going to be published in an international women's journal. So we can now officially say we are internationally published keynote speakers.
Oh my God, I got the chills all over. Woo-hoo! And that was, you said that it was because Shannon invited you to it?
Yes.
You're the one that found out about this opportunity. How did you find out about it?
They actually reached out to me on Facebook. So I went to, at first we were signed on for the one that's March of 22. And then they reached out to me shortly after to do the one that we just finished up this last week. So yeah, it was exciting. I was really excited to be invited and checked into it. And I mean, you can't beat it. It's the Women's Health and Wellness Expo, and loved
Women
it.
medicine, otter medicine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was, you were published you obviously made a really good impression because you were listed in the top, and now they're going to invite you to come back and speak again publicly, next year when it's not virtual.
Yes.
So tell us about your virtual event. I'm going to plug my computer in while you're talking. So tell us about the virtual event. What did you do? What did you talk about?
Shannon, I'll let you go.
Okay. It was about our two girls and plants. We covered a little bit about how we met and our personal journeys that led us to wanting to heal inside and out, and talked about our upcoming podcast, which we're super excited about. So we had about 25 minutes to be able to speak. So we were able to pack quite a bit into that amount of time.
Wow. What about you, Adrian? What do you want to say about that?
Well, it was just an incredible opportunity to be able to share our stories, share how we became health coaches, how we're able to help other people. And then we were able to promote the Two Girls and Plants podcast that's coming. And really, I think the whole idea of the podcast was kind of born out of this co-presenting partnership, and the fact that Shannon was a guest on the Master Your Mindset for a Weight Loss Breakthrough podcast. We just figured out that we work really well together as partners. We collaborate well. We're very in sync. So we're really excited about that upcoming opportunity as well.
Yeah, because both of you ladies, you guys met because you guys both became professional health coaches. And that's where you met. And then Shannon invited, well, first of all, then Adrian invited Shannon to come onto her podcast. And that's how that began. And then you realized how well you worked together. And then what ended up happening is a new brand was born.
Yes.
A new brand was born. I just love it. And it all happened because you were just following the intuitive guidance where you're decided, I should talk to Shannon, have her come on my podcast. I should, talk to these people and then take the next step. And that's really how it all happened. And then next thing you know, you guys are both international speakers, in Paris, virtually online, that you're now published and keynote speakers. And now a whole new brand is born with Two Girls and Plants.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. And look, like, how long has this been? So in this short amount of time, right?
Yeah, it's been a short amount of time. I think Shannon was on the podcast in April. And I remember you and I, Kornelia, had conversations in the background, because I said there were a couple of people I had in mind that I was interested in maybe partnering on a podcast with. And you said, well, don't say anything to anyone until you can tell intuitively who you're meant to work with. And after Shannon was on, she was just like, yeah, I could really get into doing that. And, I would be interested in doing something like that with you. And I was like, well, that's the intuitive answer, because Shannon was one of the people I had in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Shannon? What was your, how did you relate to all of this?
Well, kind of the same thing. And it really is almost like the pathwork is right in front of us, just being laid down. It's really flowing nicely. And we work together doing our mastery certification for health coaching. And that's how we met. And like I said, it's just kind of like things are flowing, and it's just made it easy. And of course, I love Adrienne. So after working with her for our mastery thing, we worked weekly for an entire year. I mean, it was almost a no-brainer. So it's just a nice process.
Both of you you seem so compatible and doing this together that I can't even imagine the loss it would be had neither of you said yes to each other, said yes to your expansion, said yes to the clients that you're serving, said yes to your new life, your new beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like Shannon and I probably really got each other through the whole pandemic and lockdown last year, because we met in April, right after it started. That's when we met and when we started in our program together. So we went through pretty much the whole pandemic together as partners.
Yeah. And now Two Girls and Plants. I just, when Adrienne, you and I were coaching behind the scenes, with your other podcast. And then when you invited Shannon to the Kornelia Stephanie Media Group, and we started to get to know Shannon when you two were talking about coming up with the name for your new podcast. Two Girls and Plants was my number one favorite right off the bat, right? Because it's so unique, it's so spot on. It leaves you curious to what is Two Girls and Plants, but it's also fun and inviting and exciting, and I want to know more about it. So tell us about Two Girls and Plants.
Yeah, so Two Girls and Plants, basically we wanted to come up with a show that's fun and casual. It's a way to talk about health, and Shannon's really big into whole foods, plant-based living. So we're going to be doing a lot of talking about that. I'm really big on, nature, being out in nature. So we're bringing the best of nourishing with plants inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why don't you share your voice to this, Shannon?
I'm so excited about it and this journey ahead, and it kind of keeps growing as we go along, and it encompasses both of us. It's like the perfect marriage when it comes down to joining both parts of who we are and what we bring to the table, and then the ability to have some of that deep inner soul work that comes along with our coaching mastery. It's just I can't even say it enough. It's just really flowed together. And even trying to take, okay, what's her specialty and what does she bring to the table, what I bring to the table. It's just been a really easy union with all of that. And kind of a holistic approach, I guess, is what we're doing. So bio-individuality, just everything that we can bring out and stuff that we don't even know yet. We're just going to keep seeking and see where everything goes.
Yeah, and the other thing that I like about this so much is how organically it's growing,
Absolutely.
right? Because before we would always have everything linearly planned out. Like we had everything planned out, right? And now the two of you are growing this brand, Two Girls and Plants. Now you created a website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
that's still in the process of. Has it fully launched yet or not yet?
No, we're really close. We were hoping to launch it by the end of June, but it will be ready before the podcast launches on July 9th.
Yeah, and that was one of my next questions. So you have a brand new website, twogirlsandplants.com. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that hasn't launched yet, but it will be ready by July the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
And but everything is growing so organically, right? It's like this is the next thing, and then this is the next thing, and then as soon as you expand into the next thing, what happens is the next thing appears.
It does. It really does.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is so fun. And so tell us about the ebook, because I know you are also in the process of writing and creating an ebook, Two Girls and Plants. What's that about?
Yeah, so we are working on an ebook together. We have quite a bit of it done. It's around mindful eating. So it's going to bring in a lot of, it's not just about like what you're putting in your mouth, though. It's basically about, how being mindful when you're eating allows you to create a pleasurable experience. You eat in a more relaxed state. There's so many health benefits to paying attention to how you're eating and who you're being when you're eating, not just what you're putting in your mouth.
How about you, Shannon?
Well, we're hoping to make it be a part of an ebook series, and we'll cover different aspects of health. And again, it's another one of those things that's kind of organically growing, and we're still waiting to see what our next book in the series will be. It hasn't revealed itself yet, but yeah. And Adrienne's been wonderful. She has been head of that and is amazing. I mean, it's going to be great.
Well, that was part of her skill set that she developed in life, right? When you were in corporate and you were living a different life than you're living today, right, Adrienne?
Yes.
Yeah, it's completely different today for you than it was then, but those skills sure come in handy.
They really do. As you know, in the past, I was in a very analytical, technical role for my 20 plus corporate career, and being out on my own has really allowed me to tap into the creative side of my personality. But I've been able to bring all those things that I learned throughout my career and kind of apply them in my new business as well.
Yeah,
I think all of us, over the course of our lifetime have developed skills, the things that we're really good at, from the old perspective of the masculine energy of getting shit done.
Yeah.
Where we can really, do what it is that we're good at, and then now bring those skills into our new businesses as entrepreneurs, as consultants, as small business owners, and those skills come in handy. So what you know how to do, Adrienne, I wouldn't know how to do, and that's why having you part of the team, being able to contact you and ask you for support and things like that is really, really helpful. So what about your skills, Shannon? What's other skills that you have that you brought from your previous life into this, that you and Adrienne complement each other on?
I have a sales and closing background, which comes in handy for things like Paris, of course. And then I was a hairdresser. So it goes into my coaching side and just really tapping into intuitively knowing what people need or want, and being able to process through my coaching. So I always say, instead of being behind the chair, now I'm beside my clients. So it's still close to the same thing to me.
Yeah, well, I wanted to tell you this before. Your hair always looks perfect. So does Adrienne's. And I know you didn't do Adrienne's hair, right? Today? No.
No.
But but definitely your hair is incredible, great hair, good hair.
Thanks.
Yeah. So having a sales background, being able to close the sales is something that's really valuable to bring to the table, because we know that we have to be able to close sales and also be good in sales if we want to be successful in our business. So that's going to really support Two Girls and Plants all the way. Adrian's skills of getting all the technical things done as far as the things that she brings to the table, and your ability to close the sales is going to really help this business prosper together, that you two are collaborating in with Two Girls and Plants. Because it's not just about a podcast. The podcast is a platform, but the platform from where everything will spring from.
Right. And I just want to interject 1 second, because I think the most important thing that Shannon and I both bring from our backgrounds is relationship building. We both know how to build relationships with people. We both know how to mentor people. And I think that's part of what ultimately brought us here to coaching, is we were already doing those things in a different way. And now we really just get to make that the center focus of how we interact with the people we work with.
Yeah. So why should people tune into Two Girls and Plants on July 9th?
We want everyone to come on this journey with us. We are so excited, so enthusiastic. Like I said, some of it is revealing itself now, some of it is to come, and we would love everybody just to come along on that journey and see what comes of it. So we'd love to share and touch people's lives.
Yeah. Are the two of you going to have a live studio audience that day, or is it only just beginning with the podcast?
We're ready to run with a live audience experience following our podcast. So for people who may not know, our podcast is on the second and fourth Fridays of the month at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. The podcast portion lasts 30 minutes, and then we break out into our live audience experience, where we provide on-the-spot coaching. We answer any questions our listeners have. So it's a great opportunity twice a month to interact with us on a personal level.
Yes, and I love that part. This is my creation, the live stream audience part, which I'm so pleased about. And so, we're just getting this all started. But you definitely have to put the podcast on your calendar so that you don't miss it, right? And join this team here in helping them help you. Because basically that's what they're doing. I found that if we don't write things down, as you can see, I still have old school calendar. I like, I like having an old school, because we're so digital. Everything is so digital. It's like, oh my gosh, I need to see things in writing sometimes. And so I'm still good with my old school calendar. And I found that if I don't put it into the schedule, then it gets overlooked, because there's so much coming at us all the time. So for those of you that are listening to this video, that are listening to this podcast, that are listening to this Facebook Live, now is the time to put it on your calendar. It's the second and fourth Friday of every month. And what time was it again, Adrian?
It's 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern.
So if you want to get healthy, now and start developing some good, healthy habits, letting go of old sabotaging programs that are no longer sustaining your physical body, you want to tune into these ladies, because they're so passionate and dedicated about what they're bringing to the world. This is how they live their life. That's why they're doing it. And so they're very authentic with that. Be sure to put it on your calendar and join the party.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So as your coach, I want to remind you that when you get this video, go to wherever it is that you're going to see this video, and then share it on the Kornelia Stephanie Media Facebook page there as well. And share it with your audience and your Facebook groups, so that you can invite more people into your experience together with you.
Yeah.
We want to do that. Yeah.
We
And
will.
I think right now, I know that there's plenty of calls to action that we have for people to come and join you, to come and join us. But I think right now, what do you think with just giving this one call to action, and that is to just come to the podcast? Does that sound good? Or what else do you want to say about that?
Yeah, I think that's a great call to action at this point, is just put it on your calendar. We do have an event out on Eventbrite. You can find us on Facebook. So you can get the link all over the place to join us and book your spot in the live audience experience. And as Kornelia mentioned, was your brainchild, and we love it and are so grateful to you for it, because it's so innovative, creative, and fresh, and so unique for people to get this opportunity and have this experience. So, you can join, you can be on camera with us, you can stay off camera.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, ladies, do you have what link are you using to have people get a VIP ticket to be part of the live studio audience, Adrian? What link are you using?
The link we have is, you can actually find it on my website, lifecanyon.com. That's where it's at right now until our other website's built.
Yeah, but when you take this video later, put that link underneath in the description, to make it really easy for people so that they can just click, right? And so that they can grab their ticket right there, because we want to get people to join you in the live studio audience, and we want to just give a very, very clear call to action. Easy link, come join us, put that on your calendar, and start getting healthier and healthier and healthier.
Yes, and you will have access to the link with this video, definitely.
Good. So that's so exciting. We're also going to come back and do another podcast again next week, I think it is. So we'll talk a little bit more about it then. But I want to also let the audience know, like right now, this is a perfect time to let everyone know that very soon we're going to have the Kornelia Stephanie Media app.
Yes. It's so exciting.
Yes, we are waiting with bated breath for that. We're super excited about that.
I know. I'm so excited that this is coming all so fast, so fast. And then again, where people are just going to be able to download the app, and they want to go to your podcast, and then they want to get a clear call to action support that they're looking for, that it's going to be right there just with a few clicks. So tell the audience, tell us all about, our last call that we had on Saturday.
Yes.
How did you feel about that call?
Yeah, it was a wonderful call. We have our monthly host meeting, and it's really allowed us to build a sense of community and family with the rest of the podcast hosts in the Kornelia Stephanie Media Group. And we can't say enough about the support we get from you and the group in it. It's a group of top-notch people.
Yeah. And we got to share our coaching packages and what everybody is offering, which was fun to hear. And I'm newer to the group, and I'm blown away. I think in my third meeting, I'm blown away every time by the people that we have in the group and what everybody is offering. And Kornelia is absolutely amazing. We couldn't align with a better person, a better group, huge hugs. So It's been such a wonderful journey, and being a part of the Kornelia Stephanie Media Group for sure.
Tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, bringing me to tears. So I'm so honored to work with you. I'm so honored that you're part of this team and that you're part of the group. I wrote a paragraph for our podcast that we did last week after we had our first hour. And I want to read the paragraph. I haven't brought it to memory, but I'm going to read it here now. So to tell the world about what it is that the Kornelia Stephanie Media Group is up to.
Okay.
And so the Kornelia Stephanie Media Group is introducing you to a whole new world of possibilities and opportunities to connect and collaborate with experts. The Kornelia Stephanie Media Group proudly presents the world's best experts in their field, converging as a global collaborative community and elevating the new earth. The pioneers of the new earth, voices of light for the new earth, giving voice to bring forth 5D wisdom, your one-stop shop to master creators in the new earth. We are affordable, approachable, abundant, offering the daily spiritual practice membership, gratitude and speakers, podcasters, healers, authors, entrepreneurs, coaches, nutrition, new earth doctors, lucky in network marketing, coffee, women's athleisure wear, essential oils, and so much more.
Mm-hmm.
So when I wrote that, I was like, wow, putting all the pieces together, because it's a puzzle, putting all the puzzle pieces together. I wanted to make sure that I honor you all, that I honor us, what we're creating, so that we clearly speak to the people that we serve. And I think I've accomplished that.
You definitely did. That was wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hearing from people in the group going, wow, that paragraph really spoke to us. And it's important to me that I honor you, because I'm truly blessed for people like yourself to be part of this community with you, and how you were talking about building relationships. And as a community builder, as a master builder, this is something that's really, really important, because we're anchoring that grid into the new earth. And so we honor, we love, we are compassionate, and we support each other. And what you're seeing from these people, and myself included, this is what we give to you when you work with us individually, one-on-one, or within our groups, which we also have. So there's so much more coming. It's, so excited. It's kind of like, to try to stay grounded and just basically 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just 3 steps, and that's it. We only have 24 hours to do.
It looks like she froze up a little bit.
Yeah, but I love what she said about we only have 24 hours to do things, so it's best to just take small steps.
Yeah, definitely. And we have so much going on within our group. I think the app is such an amazing tool, because there is so much to look around at. So I think it's going to come in handy with people coming in and visiting and seeing. We have so much to offer. Our whole group does. So it'll be a good thing.
Yeah. Cornelia's stuck in vacation land on Rebecca.
I know. She's so lucky. Anyway, well,
I think we can just end by saying we're thrilled to have had the opportunity to share the new podcast with you today, and to spend some time with Kornelia and bring everyone up to speed on all the exciting new things happening.
Yes, definitely so. It's wonderful.
Well, we look forward to having you join us next Friday and continuing to join us from there. And don't forget to sign up and register for the live audience experience. We'll see you soon.
Yay, see you then.